What's going on, guys? Today I'm showing you the Civivi Cogent. Let's get to it. So, this new Civivi knife, obviously super cool. We're going to talk about the button lock. That's huge. First thing I want to get into, though, is the blade. So this guy is Civivi 14C28N. I'm going to see if I can... The lighting's not great, but it's just barely visible right here on the flipper tab. Now, 14C28N is a pretty cool steel, stainless steel, and it's something that Civivi is starting to put out more of on their newer blades, which I think is great. I think it's definitely an upgrade for them. Without a huge increase in price, I believe this knife was around $70. 14C28N is, again, I said stainless steel, but it's actually ranked relatively high on the toughness scale. This is data coming from Laren Thomas from Knife Steel Nerds. But it's actually ranked up there with similar toughness up by like LC200N and AEBL, which are some of the toughest non-stainless steels. Edge retention is, it's fine. It's nothing to cry home about. It's, going to be around BD1N, less than VG10 sort of thing. It's still a budget steel, but it's a relatively tough stainless steel, which is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty good thing for Civivi to be using on these guys. Relatively thin blade stock too, and a nice thin edge here, so I'm glad they're putting a slightly tougher steel on here, and it's stainless, so not like we're gonna have the same rust problems as the Stonewash D2. Not that it's a huge problem, but a little better around the ocean. Enough about that. Let's get to this flipper action. Obviously, phenomenal. The flipper tab is really comfortable on this guy. It's got some nice jimping on it. You can either do like the pull flip or like the push, which I've talked about in other videos, which is great. And then, of course, you're seeing me actuate this button lock. This is the first Civivi button lock with a flipper. Again, the Civivi Elementum button lock did not have a flipper tab, so I'm loving this. Beautiful, beautiful construction on this guy. You can see the mechanism there. It's got that little ring. It's similar to the Malibu, actually, that fits into this notch in the blade. So you can see that notch there, and then when it opens, that little ring fits in there, and then the blade doesn't close. It's got a little bit of blade play. I've got to tune it up a little bit. This is straight out of the box. But no lock stick whatsoever. The button actuates really nicely, and of course, this button lock action, I could sit here and do this all day. It's so great. I actually bought this knife for my dad. He's got slightly thicker fingers than I do and always kind of had a hard time with the liner lock, so the button is just so optimal for him, and he's loving it so far. So yeah, action is great. I'm excited for more Civivi button locks. I really like the Altis. Saw that one at Blade Show. I think that's coming out in February, so I might get my hands on that. Other than the sweet button lock action, the handle is actually really nice. It's extremely comfortable. Very, very ergonomic knife. This little finger cutout here fits my hand perfectly. A little bit of a thumb ramp here coming up to the blade with some jimping on it. Jimping also on the blade, which I really like. It's extended out there. But I lock in really well. Lock in really well with the clip. You can see it cups my hand there. It's a good size. Like, it's not a small knife, and I'll do a size comparison here in a second. But it's very lightweight. Skeletonized stainless steel liners with G10. It's got this kind of cool patterning on it. Similar patterning. They did a couple of the kite fins have this same like cutout in the middle. So they're kind of following that sort of design cue from there. I really like the all black, and it's got kind of a black wash-ish blade. It's kind of dirty for my taste. The black coating looks really nice. I don't know how wear resistant it's going to be, so we'll see how it holds up. But that looks really nice. Nice deep carry clip. All the bells and whistles for a great high quality Civivi knife. The back spacers, or the barrel spacers look really nice. They've got some other cool colors. I think the jade ones sold out pretty much immediately, but they've got purple, some micarta with some serrated blades. But yeah, this thing is great. So let's just do a quick size comparison, and then I'll end the video. So it's very similar in length and overall dimension to these, with the PM2 being longer, of course, because it has the super long handle. But blade length is about the same. I think it's 3.5 inches or 3.44 or something really close to that. Handle length is looking similar to the 940, although the height is slightly greater on the Cogent, and the thickness of the blade, or the width of the blade, is slightly higher than the 940. So I foresee this being a very good slicer because it does get nice and thin. It's got that flat grind, so I really like that. Let's see, thickness, a little bit thicker than the 940, but not by much. Probably going to be thinner than the PM2. Oh no, they're about the same, if not, again, a little bit thicker. Okay. Doesn't really feel that way though. It's comfortable, and it's comfortable in the pocket as well. But again, I am looking forward for them to release that smaller button lock, the Altus. It is definitely smaller than this guy, so they'll have kind of two options for that. But for now, man, this is a great entry into the button lock world for Civivi. And I hope they do more, and I hope Wii gets in on that. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, that's it for this video. Don't want to make this too long, just a quick overview of this new knife here. Definitely check it out, because I still think they're available, and they're going to continue to be available. So go out and get one if you think they look cool. It definitely did not disappoint. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.